What's up, guys? So today I got something cool to show you. It is scented fuel additive. So I picked up a couple of these different bottles, and one of them is watermelon, the other one is Pina Colada, and the third one is cherry bomb. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test it out on a bunch of different things and see if you could actually smell the difference in the exhaust, or is it just a bunch of hype and a waste of money. Coming in at about $13 a bottle. We'll see if it works. So without further ado, let's go sniff some exhaust fumes. So we're gonna start with a weed whacker, then we're gonna move to the lawnmower, then we're gonna try to do the snowmobile, and so on, and we'll see what it works on. And then finally, we'll do it on Project Duranged and see if it'll work with the cat intact. This stuff works. The whole garage actually smells like Pina Colada right now from just this. I don't know if it's a good thing. People might be sniffing your exhaust fumes. The weed whacker freaking worked. That's awesome. So I guess we're gonna move over to the lawnmower and see if we could get the lawnmower to smell like cherries or something. All right, so I got the cherry flavor, and we're gonna do this in the John Deere. And I'm doing, I guess, I don't know, I'm not really sure how much fuel I have in here, but I think a couple of drops or like just the top of the bottle should be more than plenty. I'm gonna start this thing up, let it cycle the fuel a little bit, and we'll see if we pick up some cherries. I should probably drive it around to mix up the fuel a little bit so it circulates through and gets through the fuel filter. So I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna pull back into the garage. All right, so does the John Deere smell like cherries now? And the answer is yes. It is freaking crazy, but the exhaust just filled the garage and it changed over to cherry, and you can definitely smell it. It's not as potent as the Pina Colada though, I gotta say. The Pina Colada is way more potent. So driving it around right now just to mix the fuel with the scented fuel additive, even though it's windy right now, I started smelling the cherry in the exhaust if the wind blows just the right way. So definitely works on the John Deere. Down the hatch we go. Pina Colada. I'm gonna give it a pretty good amount. That's probably, there we go. That's like a fourth of the bottle right there. Mix this in a little bit, and let's start it up, see what happens. So after 15 minutes, I definitely pick it up and definitely smell the Pina Colada. I think it's not as potent as the weed whacker, but it's definitely there. And the more it idles and the more I rev, the more I start smelling it. So I'm pretty sure once it circulates through entire fuel and fuel lines and everything, you'll start picking it up more and more. But so far it works on the snowmobile. So everything we've tested so far has worked. I do have 2 more things to test. We're gonna try it out on my quad, and then we're gonna try it on Project Duranged and see how that works. And I'm really curious to see that because that still has the catalytic converter attached to it. So we'll see if it'll burn off that scent, or we'll get some awesome cherry scent coming from the dingleberry there. All right, I got the YFZ 450 in the garage, and we are gonna try to make it smell like watermelon. Don't have much fuel in this, so we're gonna do just a little bit. And again, I'm just guesstimating on these mixtures here. So just to make it simple, we're only trying to see if it actually makes the exhaust smell. All right, let's crank it over and see what happens. So, does it smell like watermelon? Yes, it smells like one giant watermelon. it actually works. The quad's running a little rough because it needs a carb cleaning, and I was having kind of issues a little bit before that. But other than that, it really does smell like it's freaking watermelon flavored fuel. And again, just make sure your teenage neighbors don't decide to vape your exhaust fumes. Next up is the Project Duranged. We're gonna pour cherry flavor down the hatch, and we'll start it up, let it run for a little bit, and we'll see if we could smell it on Project Duranged. All right, so I am gonna go a little heavier. Probably use up most of the bottle, really. All right, let's fire it up and see what happens. So the results are in. Project Duranged has been running for at least a half an hour now, and I'm gonna shut it off real quick. This thing needs a cleaning and a new floor. But anyhow, so here's the results on the Durango. Did I smell cherry through the exhaust? And the answer is yes, but not as much as I would want to. You can slightly pick up a scent of cherry, but definitely nothing like any of these things that we tested. It's not as potent. And again, I think it's because the catalytic converter is on there, so it burns off pretty much everything that's left over. It really burns off all the rest of the fuel, and I think the reason why you're able to smell it on all of these is because these guys don't have a complete combustion. There is some unburned fuel that comes out through the exhaust that you could that's what causes you to smell. This pretty much burns off all the unburned fuel in the cat, causing it to kind of lose the smell of it. It does come through a little bit, but unless you really want to get down on your knees and put your nose up to the exhaust and sniff up your exhaust fumes, I would say if you're running a cat on something, it's probably not going to work. But doesn't mean that it's not fun to use it on this stuff. So the only thing we really haven't tested it on is the Sea-Doo Sparks, but unfortunately they are already plugged in and winterized, and the whole shebang has been done. I really don't feel like going through the whole process. And the other part would be really hard to test because really you kind of have to have it in the water to see if you could actually pick up the smell of whatever you're running through it. And since it's winter right now, we really can't do it. That being said, would I buy this again? Hell yeah. I love my weed whacker smelling like a pina colada and cruising on the trail with a snowmobile smelling like a freaking watermelon or a pina colada. So I have used this stuff that was kind of similar in my Nitro RC cars, which I know that works absolutely great. Smelling like a pina colada on the track all the time when I was a kid and used to race RC cars. So that's when the first time I discovered this, and I kind of went back to memory lane and I was like, shit, let's try this on all the stuff that we got. If you guys are interested in this, I'm gonna drop an Amazon link down in the description. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think if you try it, or if you have been trying it or using it, let me know how it works for you. And if you guys have some sort of bad experience with it, please drop it down in the comments because I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next video.